You ever seen like that fucking meme from oh, what is the name of that damn show? It's with I know everybody in the show. It's Danny DeVito, it's Charlie, Sunny in Philadelphia, when he's like pointing at the fucking screen. He's pointing at the screen and it's Sunny, and he's like so, if you look over here and it completely tracks over here, and the entire plot that he's doing is also down here, because I'm trying to figure out the timeline for how everything essentially adds up. Like, because basically Bethesda, and I believe it was the art director for Bethesda, series creator. Hold on, was it the series creator? Da, 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 da. Yeah, the series creator. He came out. He said that everything is canon. Um, 76, Fallout, Fallout 2, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4, and the Fallout TV show all exist in the exact same universe, and everything is canon. It's just a continuation of the story. And there's just so much going on here. So much, so many numbers. Tell me what the numbers mean, Mason. Like, so Fallout 76 takes place in 2102. 2161 is Fallout 1, 2241 is Fallout 2, 2277 is Fallout 3, 2281 is New Vegas, 2287 is Fallout 4, 2296 is the Fallout TV show. Now, the Shady Sands is destroyed in 2278. And as you can see from the line, Fallout New Vegas takes place in 2281. Now, the overall reason as to why Fallout, and why a lot of people were essentially pissed off that they might have retconned New Vegas, is because that the NCR, which is the New California Republic, are a major force in Fallout New Vegas. They are at war with Kaiser's legions. Not only are they at war with Kaiser's legions, it's kind of like this side shadow boxing fighting game happening with the West Coast Brotherhood of Steel, which is its own just discussion on the side. Now, if Shady Sands, the capital of the New California Republic, is destroyed in 2278, there's no way they would have the presence that they do in 2281. However, I really feel as though we are overblowing the 2278 number that we were given in the show. Because in the show, it says that the fall of the NCR happened in 2278. But it doesn't say the destruction of Shady Sands happens in 2278. And one of the major things that happens in 2278 is the election of President Kimball. And I really want, or maybe he was 2277, but I really want to say that his election might have been the downfall of the New California Republic, where everything that they were basically building towards and everything that they were working towards went to shit. Because at that same time, um, Maximus would have been anywhere between 6 and 10, and Lucy would have been anywhere between 4 and 8 during the events that supposedly led to the destruction of Shady Sands. Um, in the show, we're never given specific ages for either of these characters. All we're told is that they're in their mid 20s. Okay, so let's say that mid 20s is 24. Well, I had like 26 over here, and I've absolutely run out of space. So let's say like the mid 20s is 24 years old. That's 24 years old in, where's the eraser? Because we gotta erase some shit. Where's the eraser? I've lost. We've lost the eraser. The eraser is somewhere. I just don't know where. There's the eraser. So let's go ahead and scrub this out. Scrub a dub dub and get that out of there. And then let's go ahead and just scrub a dub dub this over here as well. Okay. So let's say that for argument's sake, both of these characters are 24, right? And let's say that we'll go with like their maximum ages. Let's say that Max was around 10. If Max is around 10 years old, that's 14-year difference between 2296 and 2281. So we're going to take away 14 years from this, and we end up with 2282. 2282 would be when basically Shady Sands got blown to shit. If we're going with the whole they're middle aged 24, 25 thing. Because even then, there's still a level of wiggle room to say that the events of New Vegas take place in the early part of 2281, while the destruction of Shady Sands takes place toward the latter part of 2281. And there's even an argument to probably say that, let's say, the events of New Vegas takes place across a month. And knowing sometimes Fallout be ignorant as shit in regards to its time frame, it could even have taken place across the events of like a week. But let's be generous to say that the events of New Vegas take place across like 3 months. July, no, let's say like June to August. And the destruction of Shady Sands takes place towards the latter half of the year, like a November or a December. That lines up. That completely lines up. We could say that in the show, them referencing the fall was basically where everything basically began turning to shit in 2281 for the New California Republic. Because what happens in something else happens in 22. Da, 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 da. Let me see something. Uh, no. So major corruption 2281. But what I'm looking for is a time frame. I literally just had a time frame thing up because somebody did a really good job of maintaining one. And if I can find it, this will be 100 times better. Where the hell did the damn timeline go? Aaron Kimball arrives at the Hoover Dam in 2281. I can't find it. I had it. Like I literally had it open in a tab, and I must have fucking closed it, and I can't find it in my history. Yeah, I can't find it in my history at all. Yeah, no, can't find it in my history at all. But like I said, Aaron Kimball becomes president in 2277 or 2278, somewhere in that general area, and he's basically the president all the way through Fallout New Vegas. And Vegas basically ends with Kimball becoming the he essentially gets what he wants, which is the fight over the Hoover Dam, lore wise. He gets what essentially he's been looking for. Where is No, that's way too far back. I'm looking for you, big buddy boy. Yes, yes, I know you're dead. Yeah, no. The only thing that I can find during this time frame is the fact that in 2281, they're still fighting the Legion, and they devoted way too many resources to it. So it's a situation where they probably spread themselves far too thin, and this is where a lot of people probably point to and say, like, this is where the decline essentially began. Or 2278, when Kimbo was basically elected and began rolling back a lot of the decisions made by that of his predecessors. But I don't think that 2278 is the destruction of the city itself. I think 2278 is basically a number given where people point to for when Kimball is elected president, and they point to his election as president, and then also his war with Kaiser's Legion, which essentially leads to the destruction of the New California Republic and his own death due to literal stupidity. Look, it's until somebody from Bethesda sits down and they're like, here's a timeline where we're breaking everything down absolutely fucking perfect for you. This is all I got to give you. Using the maximum age for like both of the characters, let's say Max being 10, Lucy being 6, taking off like the 14, 15 years, you ending up at 2282 or probably like a year before that. That's the only way that the TV show doesn't retcon New Vegas in my mind. It's the only way that the TV show doesn't retcon New Vegas. Because other than that, it's going to require them to either go back into the episode and bump this number up. And if they're deciding that they want to stick with this number, it would be a lot. It would make a lot more sense if they went back post watching and were like, yeah, this number's a mistake. It's not supposed to be 2278. It's supposed to be like 2283 or 2282, like the number I have down here. Then that makes more sense. But if they're going to stick with this, I definitely feel as though they're sticking with it because it's talking about where the fall began, where the bad decisions began in regards to the leadership, the decision to fight Kaiser's Legion so fucking hard, wasting manpower and resources that could have been used to be put towards something better. It could be that what we're basically seeing with 2278 is something along the lines of like propaganda, where it's like, not to bring up anybody, but let's say like, Donald Trump's Make America Great Again thing, where it's like, yes, when he was president between this year and this year, we were great. And now that, the other guy is president, we fucking suck and America's in a downcline. It could be like some propaganda shit along those lines, but we're really not going to know until we get more of an explanation and more context and more dates that we can basically extrapolate from. But I don't think we need to be worried. I don't think we need to be wasting time worried about whether or not New Vegas is canon anymore, because like I said, they already came out and they said that New Vegas is canon. They confirmed it. They confirmed that everything on the Fallout timeline is still a part of Fallout. They're just building upon the lore of the world, and I gotta respect that shit, because a lot of the times when you get shows or adaptations, they try to reinvent the wheel instead of just giving you the fucking circle that you've been used to the entire time. I enjoy that this show basically took all the lore that we've essentially been used to and was like, yeah, no, it's all canon. It's all canon. They all exist in the same world. You may even seen some of your favorites pop in here and there down the line in the future for you to have fun with and ball with. But yeah, let me know what you think. Um, this shit is low key confusing. It's been on my mind all fucking day, and I'm the type of person I like to put pen to paper or brush brush to paint to basically work through what's going on and exactly what's happening. But I'm not tripping over this. Like I'm not tripping over this. I don't think you should have to trip over this. I don't think it's anything that we need to fret about or jump up and down and be hopping mad about. It is what it is. The show's fantastic. Enjoy the fucking show. When we get season 2, the fact that we know that his character is essentially heading to New Vegas, we're probably going to get way more information as to like, what day Shady Sands got bombed into fucking oblivion, how old the characters are, what's been going on, because technically now that he's heading to a destination in game to interact with probably characters we've seen in another game, this is going to be the first time where an ending to a Fallout game is going to be canon. and I have a feeling that it's going to be the Mr. House ending that's going to be canon in season 2 of the show, and that's going to be super fucking interesting. That's gonna raise even more questions as to what's going on inside the wasteland. But yeah, I don't know what you think. Are you tripping over this? Do you care if New Vegas gets erased? Are you just happy that the show was able to nail the tone of Fallout? Are you willing to just, kick back, enjoy the show, enjoy the performances, wait until season 2 to see this all basically get resolved, or are you terrified, or are you hopping mad for something that's basically like, doesn't really matter. It's not really a big deal, because they can always just shift like I said, they can always just go back and shift this date up a few years to be like, yeah, we made a mistake, you're right, it's running a little bit too close to New Vegas. But hey, I don't know what you think. Comment down below, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.